أكبر الله.
نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. From clay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought us in this existence, and then after living, suddenly death comes upon him. What is maut? What is death? Scientists have tried answering this question. 200 different theories they have for what is death. Death is this, death is that, and all 200 are wrong. What Quran has said is a reality. When Allah takes the soul away from a person, that is the time of death. Ali ibn Anwar said, death, you cannot escape it. If you oppose it, it will overpower you. And if you run away from it, it will find you. Run as far as you want, but even if you are in a fortified fortress, it will still find you. If this world was going to allow anyone to live forever, then Muhammad ﷺ would not have drink from the cup of death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every soul shall taste death. If you want to know the reality of this life, then go into the Qabristan, into the graveyards, and look at those desolate graves as you see who are buried there. The same politician, the same governor, and the same minister, and the same ruler, who when they used to walk, people used to move and say, get out of the way, someone very important has come. Whenever he moved, a cavalcade of limousines used to move with him. What is the situation today? His body has become the food for insects, and the insects eat other insects. Understand the reality of this life, that death is coming. Every day the qabr says, every day the qabr called out, I am the home for insects, I am the home for loneliness, and I am the home of worms, and I am the home for darkness. So prepare yourself before you come to me. Every one of you have to give account in the court of Allah. How much more are we going to revel in this world? Does insan take this world as they're going to live forever and it ends here? No. O people, the promise of Allah is true. What promise? Allah says, from dust you were created, and to dust you will be returned, and once we are going to resurrect you again. Oath upon oath the Quran takes. How much you will be raised upon, and you will be given account to the Creator of the court of Allah. So how much are you going to create mischief on this earth? This life is a test, and only a test. That we were sent down here for what? Dawat. We were sent down here to guide the mankind. Instead, we are here creating big bank accounts, creating big houses, getting a lot of cars. That is our goal in this life. But on the day of judgment, we'll all be accountable in the court of Allah. What did we do? Did we waste our time here, or did we achieve what we wanted? Allah says in the Quran that those who were heavy on the scale, they shall have the rest of their life in pleasure. But those whose deeds were light, they shall be in Jahannam, a burning fire. Look at our own selves. Look at how many deeds we have racked up. Our iman is low. So low that whenever we see something bad, we do not fix it. The 3 levels of iman is one by hand, one by mouth, and one by thinking about it. But we do not even think about it. That's what low iman is. We think that it is a daily activity. We see people doing shirk, see people committing sin, and we do nothing. So when we die, it will all be answerable. As soon as we die, the angel will ask us 3 things. What was your Rabb? Who is your Rabb? What is your deen? And who is your Rasul? And if we say La ilaha illallah Rasulullah, We've answered everything. But that's not in our hearts. Our heart is iPhone, our heart is job, our heart is wife. And whatever is in our hearts, that what we're gonna say. There's no fear. We think that we're gonna last in this life forever. But we do not even have the guarantee we're gonna live tonight. Or even the guarantee that we're gonna live this second. Rasulullah said that death is so uncertain that whenever I used to say Assalamu alaikum to my right, I would never know if I was saying Assalamu alaikum to my left. And those who entered the qabr that had a good life and life that was obeying the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shown by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then the grave, the qabr will say, out of all people that used to walk on me, you were the most beloved person. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now let me show you how I'm going to entertain you. And it will and the qabr will spread as far as the eye can see, and it will become a garden of paradise. But if you lived a life of ignorance and disobedience and did not take heed of the commandments of Allah, the qabr will say, out of all people that used to walk on me, you were the worst one. And now let me show you how I will treat you. And he will close the qabr so much so that your ribs will meet with the other rib and they will crush inside each other. Like, for example, your hands are open and they go and try to dub your ribs, and a snake will bite that person. A snake that will be so big that it will be the distance between Mecca and Medina, and a venom will be so bad that one drop on earth, the whole earth will become barren. My brothers and sisters, this life is very uncertain. Death is very uncertain. Some people think that if I make big bank accounts, I'll be able to take in the afterlife. But Allah says that to Lahab, that neither his wealth nor his children will be able to help him in the afterlife. Instead, it won't be saying nafsi, nafsi. You won't be taking your money, you won't be taking your houses. All of this will not be able to help you. It was just a distraction. We have to take heed of death. Because death, we do not see it, so we do not believe in it. We have not seen the soul leave the body. But we have to take heed of death. So inshallah, everyone try this, inshallah. Inshallah. Wa akhiru da'wan, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
पहुंच जाएंगे जिस दिन ऐ उजागर उनके कदमों में